You fact check me, I just changed the track. Ad hominem, you're dumb. Sit down, red herring, spin it all back round. Straw man, your claim, twisted for sport. Knock it down quick like it's my last resort. Equivocate my way to glory. Appeal to authority, same old story. Round and round with circular flare. Not secular. Hey, look over there. I was divorced, wife took the kids, so I dress like I'm 21. Your generation will be dead, they said. But I'm not that old, you know. Grandma's blouse, oh wow. Watch me now. Policy machine, yeah, watch me now. Affirm the consequent, that's my style. Begging the question, man, that's my guile. False equivalence, I mix and match. Reification, giving idea latch. Begging the question, that's my main hook. Cherry pick the data till the whole thing's cooked. I'm not wrong, I'm just ahead. At least that's what the voices said. Equivocate my way to glory. Appeal to authority, that's my story. Round and round with circular flare. Non sequitur. Hey, look over there. I was divorced, wife took the kids, so I dress like I'm 21. Your generation will be dead, they said. But I'm not that old, you know. Grandma's blouse, oh wow. Watch me now. Policy machine, yeah, watch me now.
That's an at-home straw man cherry picking. False equivalency, you're contradicting. Begging the question, appeal to my source, non sequitur, of course. And therefore the earth is flat.
Checkmate! I was divorced, wife took the kids, so I dress like I'm 21. Your generation will be dead, they said. But I'm not that old, you know. Grandma's blouse, oh wow. Watch me now. Policy machine, yeah, watch me now. Yeah. IQ 160 in my mind.
Subscribe to Conspiracy Music Studios or I'll send Daniel Pratt to your front door.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Earth thinks that evolution is real. Chemtrails don't exist, vaccines work. Climate change is happening, we landed on the moon. The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Study, it's not alright. Baby, it's not alright.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE, welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what Witsit did to his marriage. I'm not even sorry. Yeah, this is a show about Witsit today because Witsit has, he's come back. guys. After a little hiatus from his embarrassment of, lying to the world whilst actually being in Antarctica and everything else that happened, like spitting in his wife's face because his baby was crying and he couldn't sleep, to the posting on his own Discord server of the abuse that he regularly lashes upon his wife. It's all been hilarious because I couldn't think of a more deserving person for such a downfall to occur to. Now, I want to remind you all of a little thing that happened when I was in New Jersey in February. I went to New Jersey for Debatecon 5. There's a reason for this story, don't worry. I went to New Jersey for Debatecon 5, where I debated Andrew Wilson and I debated Alex Stein. Witsit was also invited there to debate on the second day. And when he arrived, I saw him and I introduced myself. Hey, Witsit, hello, nice to meet you, blah, 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 being all friendly and stuff, offered him a vape. And then he went off and got some drugs and came back stoned out of his face. And the next time I saw him, I basically made him stand in front of me for 30 minutes while signing a bunch of paperwork that I demanded he do so I could take photos and make fun of him. Then the next time I interacted with him was during the VIP dinner on the second day, where if you bought a VIP ticket, you could join your favorite debater. So my table was full of people that were there to support me, and my wife, Rubik's, Borg Emporia, Pat in the chat, Mike from Drunk Debunk Show. There was a lot of people there to support me, and I felt really happy about that. And looked over at old Witsit, and there was one person at his table, and that was him. And no supporters, Witsit. No supporters. And then I noticed that some of the organisers actually got people to come and sit next to him because, it's probably a little bit embarrassing for him at that point. So myself, Rubik's, Borg, and myself, Rubik's, and Mike from Drunk Debunk, they decided to go and join Witsit. Which, if you look at the thumbnail, you can see how happy he was about that. And after a while, I decided to poke him because why the fuck not? And I just pointed out that you kind of screwed up in Antarctica, didn't you? Will Duffy said that you were useless there. And he started crying pretty much instantly, saying that he had to teach me stuff. And then I pointed out how many times I destroyed him in debate and how he knows nothing and how he is one of the dumbest people that has ever walked the planet. And he literally started crying, calling me a psycho and basically shouting for me to leave him alone. It was hilarious. Now, I had promised James beforehand, the organizer of Debatecon, owner of Modern Day Debates, that if Witsit said leave him alone, I would. So I left him alone. And as I left, I told him exactly what I thought of him, which was a bunch of nasty words. It was hilarious. Then we bumped into each other on the way out whilst I was talking to Mike from Drunk Debunk Show about how fun it was, right? And Witsit came along and walked past. He was like, after he got far enough away from me so that I, couldn't hit him or something. He was like, stop acting hard. No one thinks you're clever. Look at you. You're just a chubby cripple. Do I look chubby? And then I challenged him to a push-up competition. And he's like, you're so unprofessional. This is why you're not invited to these things. The thing I was currently at when he said I'm not invited to those things. He's like, you'll never be invited back. So I told him to go spit on his wife again. And then me, my wife, Rubik's, Borg, Pat in the chat, Mike and his partner all sat in the front row with facepalm protection and laughed at him during his debate, which was a lot of fun. But he made the point that I would never be invited back to Debatecon 5. And that's where we do this amazing segue to I am invited back to Debatecon 6, which is taking part November the 15th and 16th in Nashville, Tennessee at the which hotel is it? Not Travelodge, the other one. Anyway, it's a hotel at the airport in Nashville. I'm going to be debating Rachel Wilson on the second day and being part of the backroom debates on the first day. And Guess who's not invited back? That would be Witsit. Now, if you would like to come and support me at Debatecon 6, very, very easy way to do that. If you go to, let me just get the, I should have had this prepared. Okay, if you go to the link I've just posted in the chat, it will take you here, where you can get tickets to Debatecon 6 in Nashville, Tennessee, at the Holiday Inn Nashville Airport, by the right by the airport, which is fantastic. I'm gonna be there for the Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, so there's a chance to hang out and do some cool stuff. There's me on the first day. I'm debating Rachel Wilson, and I'll be part of the backroom debates and stuff on the second day and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you can get your tickets here. Now there are several options for tickets. Where I should probably get them up. Right, tickets here. Right. So Saturday and Sunday general admissions, $224. VIP tickets, $324. Super VIP tickets, $424. And Ultra VIP tickets, $524. And that gets you access to both of the days. Or you can just get single day admission, $124.99. VIP, $175. Super VIP, $225. Ultra VIP, $275. Lots of extras you get for the Ultra VIP, including a literal one-on-one gourmet meal with your favorite debater or person, which is amazing. And I would very much appreciate it if you guys would come and support me if you're able. If you live in Nashville or anywhere around and you want to get tickets, they are on early bird prices now. And you can get them by going to the link I posted in the chat. I will make sure it's in the description as well. After this show, I will be going over to Modern Day Debates to do my debate for today, which is the title. It's very weird. The title is literally Christian Ethics Are the Best. That's very easy to disprove. I mean, I could use Star Trek to disprove that, really. But even Andromeda, Wayism sounds way better. But if you want to watch me destroy a Christian and make a bunch of Christians on the channel angry, then make sure you stay in the chat at the end of this and you will be automatically redirected there. And while you're hanging around in the channel, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe and share the stream with your friends and more importantly, with your enemies. Now today, we have this ugly motherfucker. No, don't listen to that. Now when I titled this stream, you may notice that I titled it Witsit Attempts a Comeback. The reason I did that was because when he tried to stream his new chapter stream, he failed twice. And then for some reason didn't delete the failed attempts, where he forgot to add the new thumbnail or put any content. So good job at attempting a comeback, Witsit. You failed instantly. Jim Daniels for $5 says, congratulations to Canada on your rocket launch after 25-year hiatus. Hip ya. Yeah, come on, Canada, get to the moon before fucking NASA and America. Oh no, it's Andy who's been a member for 29 months, says, I'm Craig and I love licking Witsit's toe cheese. No, bad Andy. Ash G. Alexander is a new member. Welcome to Scrappers, thank you very much. You may notice that there is a super chat goal, which is a very simple goal. If you meet that goal, in my debate, instead of bringing Craig, I'll just bring FTFE. If you want fun, do it. Now, I imagine there's a lot of waffling in both of these, right? There's going to be a lot. So this probably will not be the only stream covering these. He has two videos that I want to go over. One called New Chapter. and the other called The Aliens Are Coming in the Year 2027. Are you ready? Well, fuck yeah, I'm ready. I've been waiting for that for ages. Have you any idea how many video games I've played defending Earth from an alien invasion? I am more than fucking ready. Craig Paul, who's been a member for a year and a half, once and a half around the sun, says Witsit once again showing his 1.60 IQ. Bit high, really. How's everyone doing in the chat? How are you doing? Canadian Space Advocate, Mandevil, Rachbot. Gotta love you. Hello there, Rubik's. Nice to see you. Excuse me. Forgot how to breathe for a second there again.
That.
Now, one thing we have to do when watching Witsit is, you know, increase the playback speed, but we can't do it too much. Because Witsit says 6,000 words every second. And I've checked, they're all words. 95% anyway. But they don't usually make coherent sentences, so we have to, you know, at least pay attention a little bit. So 1.25 is unfortunately the maximum we can do here. I want to, yeah, thank you for the warning. If you guys are watching this, remember we're covering Witsit here. So I would thoroughly encourage wearing some kind of facepalm protection during the stream. Something fluffy, something protective that you can put on the hand that you smack yourself in the face with. So that when you do give yourself a facepalm, it's not as severe, you're less likely to get concussion, and I don't get any lawsuits. Are you ready for the derp? One in the chat if you're ready for the derp. And remember to smash that super chat goal so I bring FTFE to my next debate. And there's 250 of you watching and only 43 likes. I know where Daniel Pratt lives and I can send him to your home. We don't need to listen to his sad music. There we go. Right, 3 minutes 37 of just a screen and sad music. At least the music I put on at the beginning is entertaining and has graphics and stuff. Oh, look at him. He looks so sad. Although I will say, it looks like he's been working out a little bit on those shoulders. I mean, he's skinny as fuck. He's not got much muscle. Maybe that's just lack of food. Who knows?
In a world. Yeah. Hey. You will freestyle.
Oh my god, is he gonna rap? Oh fuck, is he gonna rap? He's gonna... I wasn't prepared for this. No, he's gonna fucking freestyle rap. Holy shit.
A little bit. Yeah.
Sleepless Beats.
Like, he says he's freestyling. What's the bet? He's practiced this about 1,000 times. Oh my god, I don't know if I can. Is this going to be ultra cringe? General E. Shady says, I have an appointment. Like, smash the like button, right? And I might skip it. Look at that face he's making. That is a face you never want to wake up to. Could you imagine? Ah!
I ain't even heard this before, bitch. Here I'm talking opposite.
Wait, was that him rapping? Hold on, was that him rapping?
I ain't even heard this before, bitch. Here I'm talking opposite.
It's worse than I thought.
You guys hear is like the audio balance?
So he's attempting to rap and he hasn't even got the music set up. I just got to show him what biceps actually look like, by the way. Oh my god, look at that face. I think I've just found Witsit's cum face. Brenda Crate says, please stop. I can't. We have to watch it. We have to.
Impromptu stream. We're just chilling. We're just kicking it. Everything's glitching out, but hey, we got up here. I realized I had not streamed a couple days. You know, had a couple of.
I think he decided not to rap. Oh, thank fuck. No, I think we need to review his rapping again, actually, to be fair. Ready?
I ain't even heard this before, but it's here I'm talking. I'll be saying more.
That's his rapping. Once more. You ready? Listen.
I ain't even heard this before, but it's here I'm talking. I'll be saying more.
Oh, I can't Witsit. What the fuck is? Once more.
I ain't even heard this before, but it's here I'm talking. I'll be saying more.
I'm dead. No, I can't. I'm dead. Even my camera can't take it. It's gone blurry. Oh my lord.
A lot of stuff going on here. Transpire. I realized I had not streamed a couple days. You know, had a couple events transpire. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a lot of stuff going on here. Lots of big decisions. Moving out this month, so there's like 1,000.
Right. I'm gonna get to laughing about him having to move out because his wife's broken up with him, but he's got a really nice expensive Rode mic there. More expensive than mine, to be fair. He's got the one up from mine. Here's mine. He's got the model up from mine, and that arm, that's like 120 quid. You know, he's got a really nice mic. So please tell me this: why can we only kind of hear half of every word that he says? Like, listen, it's fucking awful.
Lots of big decisions. Moving out this month, so there's like 1,000 things to do. It's like the worst thing ever if you've ever moved.
It's like, oh, he's got like noise control on or something, and it is not picking up all the words that he's saying. He's got it set far too high so that it won't pick up stuff in the background, but it's not picking up all of the words. Oh, it's so bad. And why are you moving out, Witsit? Hey, why are you moving out? Oh, that's right. Because your wife dumped you. Because you're unbearable. I want to remind you guys that his wife was originally a fan of his, right? So he's got a fan of his pregnant twice and tried to trap them, and they've still managed to escape. Good on them. Yeah, just to remind everyone, Witsit abuses his wife on the regular, including spitting in her face and getting arrested for it because the baby was crying. Yes. Weedrism says, well, it's designed to cut out noise, and that's what he's making. Jiffy Combs $2 says, that was terrible. Dies of cringe. Oh, I can't. I mean, I need to make a short out of just him doing that rap. That is fucking... Rubik's.
Everyone's done that. Yeah. So there's like just a million things. You didn't even realize you had things everywhere like that. So going through everything, having to get everything to move, ready to move, and then just facilitating that whole entire situation.
You sound like a fucking moron, dude. The Turtle Moose for £2 says, Witsit has made it. He is the world's worst rapper. What's worse, him or Multi Tom Tom? Icy Spin says, Witsit looks different without a blouse. I agree. Oh my lord.
Back 5-5. I got some tractor to hop on. Hit me. No, I was actually thinking that earlier.
What the fuck is he talking
I was trying
about?
to test the audio. 5-5. I got some tractor to hop on. Hit me. No, I was actually thinking that earlier.
How high does he fucking... What is going on here? Look at his eyes.
Back 5-5, 5-5s. I got some track for you to hop on. Hit me. Hit. No, I was actually thinking that earlier. I was trying to test the audio, so I just randomly picked the free, and I was like, I still like never.
If you were testing the audio, why is it set up so badly? Dude, you've got your noise cancellation set so high that it's struggling to pick the whiny, nasally sound coming out of your throat. My lord.
Like, it's this weird thing. Like, every time I've gone to like record a song, it's like everything changes and I like can't rap at all. Really. Like every time I record, like it's trash.
Yeah, we know you can. What? Guys, I'm sorry, but I've got a... This might take a few repeats of trying to listen to what the fuck he's saying.
The audio, so I just randomly picked the free, and I was like, I still like never. Like, it's this weird thing. Like, every time I've gone to like record a song, it's like everything changes and I like can't rap at all.
Yeah. When you're on your own, in your fucking head, in the shower, you sound amazing to yourself, dude. Yeah, you know what? On my own, I can fucking bop out a whole tune from Eminem or Bone Thugs and Harmony, and you know what? I'm banging. I'm hitting every beat. But I bet if I recorded that on my own, I'd sound fucking awful. Just because you think you sound good in your head doesn't mean as soon as that's what it. Oh my fucking god. Difference is that I can actually rap.
Like every time I record, like,
And there's proof. Literally a song with me rapping like a badass.
it's trash. It's trash. And the field's alright. But when I just like freestyle, I'm like 5 minutes. Good. I'm not sure what that disconnect is.
Alright, we're getting what, about a third of every word? This is so bad. Right guys, there's 250 of you watching, only 77 likes. Smash that like button or I'll send Witsit to rap for your birthday.
But anyway, audio was bad. But I think for all the specificity there. The mic in general.
Oh man, there's a lot of hate in his chat. It's quite funny. Max says, I challenged you to debate and you deflected to the gym. Poor moron. I mean, look, I got to give credit where credit's due. Witsit's been working out. There's definition in his arms and his shoulders. His delts are looking pretty good. He's definitely got some bicep definition. I mean, definitely zero fucking triceps there. You know, maybe a lot of masturbation. I'm not sure, but definitely, you know, he definitely does do working out. Doesn't make him any less of a complete and utter twat, and I could smash him in a push-up competition.
Testing.
Yeah, that's better. We can actually fucking hear you now. Rubik says 30 minutes in, I've already got 6 shorts to be made. Jim Daniels for $2 says this super chat is for Craig not to rap.
In a world. Is that better? Is it better now?
No, we can hear you. It's much fucking worse.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, we had some stuff go down, and really just like I just discovered some things.
And now his mouth is out of sync with his words. This is fun. He's definitely a professional.
Not really kind of obvious, to be honest.
The turtle move says Witsit has muscle by roids. I mean, nah. I don't think that's steroids.
So I, integrated that for a little bit.
What?
Might sound good now.
No, we can
Much
hear your
better.
voice.
All right.
It's fucking awful.
Well, tell me. Okay, so you guys hear it right now. Tell me what it sounds like once I do this right here. Because now.
Oh my god, how out of
I don't
sync
hear
is
the
this?
monitor
What is
as
going
much.
on
I
here?
wonder, did the audio change right then for you guys? And if so, how?
What happened?
Yeah, this is just a kick it stream, man. We're just kicking it. I just realized I'd not streamed a couple days, so I figured I'd kick it with you guys.
Couple of days. I think I need to fact check that. Well, 4 days. The last one we did was Does God Exist? And I don't think I can listen to you talk about God. Doesn't know what the word couple means. Not surprised.
It's fine now. Oh, good. Sounds good, but delayed. It changed. Okay, but was the change? Was it better before or after that change? That's the question.
Oh, no one cares, Witsit. Get on with your fucking... Oh my god, is he gonna... He is gonna rap. He's gonna rap. Right. If this is gonna happen, I need to prepare myself.
I wonder if that's what messed it up.
No, it's you
Better after.
rapping.
Well, I didn't have context on. And
No, he's not. Oh,
anyone that
good.
follows the stream knows, like, I'm pretty convicted about my convictions. You feel me? So, there's obviously like the group of people that try to like gaslight me and say I'm crazy for this stuff like this, but it's like, okay, cool, you stay over there and not know what you're talking.
I mean, you are crazy. You thought it'd be a good idea to spit in the face of your wife because your baby was crying. And then you thought it would be a good idea to get on stage and debate against a transgender woman by saying that you think it's sexual deviancy, like you had a point. Witsit, calling you crazy is a disservice to crazy people. Mr. E-Man sent 5 memberships. Thank you. You are awesome. And then he gives a super chat for $5 Australian. Thank you very much. That is 6 super chats towards the goal. Jim Daniels, $2. This super chat's for Craig not to rap. Remember, if you want me to bring FTFE to my debate after this, meet that super chat goal.
Talking about, but like the creator gives me signs at times. It's like there are periods of my life where I get tons of them, and it's like very obvious that it's like hands off the wheel situation for me. Where it's like, all right,
Yeah, that's called taking too many drugs and hallucinating. The creator's not talking to you. The creator's not guiding you. There is no creator. And if there was, he would be ashamed that he got drunk enough to create you by accident. If there is a creator, during the process of creating, it was the end of the week. It was like Friday afternoon at like 2 o'clock. You know, kicking off times in like 15 minutes. Like, he's clocked out for the weekend already, you know? Oh, man, I've got to meet my quota of what we've got left. Wow, God, that's a weird ginger colour. I guess we could use that. I know, we'll get some twigs and stick it on the side. Personality. Oh, what have we got left? Vile, asshole, abusive, dumbass. Oh, shit. What's that? Pub? Well, I've got to finish... I've got to find some new... These aren't great personality traits. I've got to go back... What, you go now? Oh, yeah, that'll do. Just, there we go. Off it is. Right, meet at the pub, boys. Yeah, that was the process of Witsit's creation. It was like a last-minute thought kind of thing. Yeah. Mike Gurney points out he's very convicted. We've seen his rap sheet.
just take what's coming. Let's see what it is. And right now is one of those situations. It's actually very cool because it's almost like my life's a movie and I'm just kind of in it. You feel me?
Yeah, it's very cool that I've got to leave my home because I decided to abuse my wife so much that she divorced me and took the kids. Is he trying to spin this as a positive?
So that's going on. So I've had a couple of believers relay information to me, wittingly and unwittingly, this just occurred to me, maybe I'll tell it to you. I feel led to tell you this, stuff like that, and then random signs and stuff. Pretty major event, and I think it was more so.
Yeah, I mean, divorce is a pretty major event in someone's life. Losing custody of their children, that is pretty major. Being arrested for abusing your wife, also a pretty major thing, I imagine. You know, certainly not something you're going to forget.
So just the creator was showing me something that was pre-existent, and
What?
it's pre-existent, pretty major event, and I think it was more so just the creator was showing me something that was pre-existent.
The creator was showing me something that is pre... Has this dude had a DMT trip? Nazumi says, question, regular black tea, Yorkshire gold tea, or Earl Grey? Hot. Earl Grey, clearly. But I do have to have a splash of milk. Jim Daniels, $5. Maybe Witness is shifting from the flat earth grift and we'll move over to the rap gimmick lifestyle. That would be okay too. Yeah, definitely something else for us to fucking laugh at. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I really appreciate it.
And it was like right after I got another couple signs. So the point is that it's like pretty crazy. The creator's doing all this. So I have like lots of moving expenses that I got to come up with, and I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Oh, here it comes. Can you guys just, help a brother out? Now, yes, I do super chat goals. I do membership drives. Provide entertainment. Not once have I ever just gone, guys, I need money. Here's my PayPal. Is that what's coming here, Witsit? Just like before you went to Antarctica because you'd prepared fuck all, and you thought that when you arrived in Puerto Rico you could just, nip to the local gyro compass shop and buy their finest model. Mandeville says, I can totally see him going the Andrew Tate route. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know the creator's doing something. So that's pretty cool. So there's a bit of a, I know it sounds like really vague and ambiguous, but we debate Duffy on the 23rd. Seems no fighters are taking the challenge. I don't know what it is. I can agree to just a super vague request.
It's not super vague. It's a flat earth debate. And don't pretend you haven't seen it, alright? No flat earther has been brave enough to step up. Clive, stop it. Hello, Clive. Glad to have you here. And hello, Pat in the chat. $5. Okay, fine. I'll click the thumbnail. See Witsit, vomit, then send you the 8th super chat. Cheers. Colin, you know you love that thumbnail, right? You know you love it.
Is this the this life event will begin banner flashing for everyone? I'm not sure what that means, bro. So, yeah, moving, man. Moving. And like I said, kind of last stream, I guess, towards like the second half of this month, then I'll be able to fill you guys in. So, yeah, I'm going to fill you guys in here soon. Very cool. I do have a Kofi goal if you want to help with it, but if you don't,
Yeah, guys, I've got a Kofi goal, but you don't need to do it. But I've got a Kofi goal. Now, do you remember when I had to move home because I lost my roof and then I moved here? Yeah. Remember that, guys? Yeah. Do you remember all the times I did goals on PayPal and stuff? No, because that didn't fucking happen. I didn't ask for money for that.
But yeah. So basically, I will say this, right? My life is very interesting because basically in today's world, if you try to do the right thing or whatever, like you kind of get like taken advantage of. Let's just say it like that.
The right thing. I want to remind everybody that Witsit spat in his wife's face because the baby was crying. And then nearly hit her several times while screaming at her, not knowing it was being recorded. Doing the right thing isn't really his style.
You get played like you're soft or stupid or weak or whatever. But I think it's super important that you still do it. And when you do it, it's like sometimes it'll be harder, but then like pretty incredible things will happen after. I'm being very veiled and vague or whatever, but it's like I guess I'm pretty excited to see what's about to happen. So for those that are believers, then you can resonate with what I'm saying. It's like I'm in a total faith zone.
Oh, this is so gross. This is gross, right? This is him trying to cop out, right? I fucked up my life. I'm having to lose my home and my family. Oh, but you know what? I've got faith in it doesn't matter that I've done that because I've got faith. It's such a fucking cop-out. No. Take responsibility for your actions, you douchebag.
Total, like, let me get out of the creator's way.
Hey, Max,
situation.
how you doing, friend?
And I will say, I can't really imagine my life where I didn't know that. Like, I can't, like, for those that are listening or hear this and, like, they don't resonate with that, or they can't comprehend that, or think that sounds, like, weird and woo-woo and stupid. It's like...
We do.
I get it. I get why you think that. I guess it does kind of sound crazy. Like, if someone's like, God told me this, or God showed me this. Like, did he, bro? Or are you schizophrenic? You know? The creator shows you things, right? Like, many times in my life...
No, you hit the nail on the head, dude. Hearing voices talking to you, that is called schizophrenia. All right? That's when people start thinking they are God. You've got problems that are a bit deeper than the fact that you're a dumbass with an IQ smaller than your shoe size.
If I've gone inside a prayer and then opened the Bible and the first sentence I read directly answers the prayer. Like, back in the day, I had this like reoccurring thought that like we're in like the season of the end, and I had a role, like there was something I was supposed to do. I was supposed to do something. I had like...
Here we go. The classic flat earth, right? The need to be special. Because Witsit spent so much time with his mum calling him special. I.e., it doesn't matter that you've got all ungraded. You're still my special little boy. Oh, no, Witsit, you can't go to the camp. You were too special at school, and they said that you didn't get the right numbers to go. But it's just because you're so special that you get to spend summer holiday with mummy instead of going to the camp with everybody else. You know, it's not like you got any friends anyway, is it, Witsit? Yes, that's right. Mummy's your friend. You're my special boy. That's what Witsit had in his life. He spent so long being told by his mummy that he was a special little boy, not knowing that that was basically his mum saying, oh, for fuck's sake, I've raised a retard, that he feels the need to be special. I have a purpose. Fuck you. Artful Dodger for $2 says, from a wife-abusing Nazi drug addict. God bless. Nail head.
There was like a plan. I was supposed to do something, and season of the end time type of thing, and like I'm like, okay, it was like season of the end. Anyway, it just wouldn't go away. It was basically like, I have a calling for you type of thing, and I was not like really a believer at that point at all, right? Like I was much more of a, yeah, there's probably something. I like there is probably a creator, or I would be like the universe kind of person. This is back in the day, obviously. I wouldn't really say I'm agnostic. I never thought there was nothing. I just thought it was much more of like a free reign, do what you do, kind of a realm, you know, and that there were like some energies that would reciprocate or guide you depending on what you put out. And I do largely think that the realm works that way. But
so basically, he doesn't want to take any responsibility for his own actions. It's all predefined. The creator's guiding me. I don't have any say upon what happens. Is that how this works? Yeah, I thought so. Max says, woo nonsense Witsit. Abso-fucking-lutely.
That's really as far as like the spiritual component went for me. It was like kind of out of sight, out of mind type of thing, which I actually addressed in the last stream because I get that. I lived that. I get why people are like that. I was raised Christian, and I would ask questions about, like, I love to ask people about Genesis 6 when I was younger. Like, it says there were giants, bro. You really think there were really giants? Now I've always kind of been like quote unquote a conspiracy theorist. Like even back like 13, I'm like moon landing's trash.
So you've always been an idiot, basically, is what you're saying. You've never believed anything that anyone said to you because you don't understand it. Like the moon landing's trash. Yeah, that's because you're too stupid to understand engineering and science and physics. You tried to argue with me that a rocket couldn't push off anything in space. And then tried to lecture me on relativity.
But I knew that like the average person wasn't, and so I'd be like, "Oh, you're talking about this book? You believe in this book? Okay. What about the giants?" And I would be like, "No, but it says it does say."
Eric says, "Does Witsit always talk about himself?" Oh, exclusively.
Giants though. And then I'd argue against the Sethite theory. This is when I was younger. I'd kind of ruffle feathers, or sometimes be asked to step out. And I was pretty rebellious, so I get dropped off for church, and then I'd like duck off with I used to always have this like senior girl come pick me up and pretend to go to church. My point is like I kind of checked.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't go to church. I got an older girl to come and pick me up. Bollocks, did you? Of all the things that have never happened, Witsit, that's never happened the most. The Wolfpack says he's totally owning this stream, bro. 310 of you watching, only 120 likes. Remember, I can send Daniel Pratt to your house. You'll never be able to get rid of the smell. Smash the like button, or you're getting a visit. All right? Dawnbreaker, senior girl who goes to a different school in Canada. You've never met her. Rubik's, oh, there's a fucking lot, right?
Out of church. And I was like disillusioned with the lack of authenticity. It was ostensibly something everyone believed in. When you looked in a little deeper, it's like, are you just here so you can kind of put up a front and say you're at a church? And it's like a social thing. And I will say, I think that's still like 95% of people that go to modern churches. It's like a social thing. It's like, here's what I'm presenting to the world.
No shit. A church is a social thing. A gathering of like-minded individuals. Mind-blowing. He's just figured out what social is.
Here's my like version of me that's whatever. Which is super lame to me. I think that's super lame.
Yeah, that's cool. It's you, super lame.
So that's what my experience was back in the day. And by the way, I just started the stream, so we're just going with what pops up. DK, I'm not sure what you're talking about. As soon as date's 16 or 13, instant skip. What? Why? Like, you guys are pushing this whole McToon narrative. I was talking to underage girls. Is that what you're doing right now? Like,
yeah, you were. You were talking to underage girls. Do me a favor, if my chat could post the videos by MC Toon showing him talking to underage girls, that would be wonderful.
It's, first of all, you're supposed to be 18 to be on there, I'm pretty sure. And
oh my god, that's the fucking Predator line. Oh, it doesn't matter that they're supposed to be 18. You think someone can't change their fucking, like, details to get on there, right? You can look at someone and know they're clearly not fucking old enough to do the things that you were talking to them about. It was creepy, right? That's exactly what predators do that have been talking to underage girls on apps. Oh, well, they had to be 18 to be on that app. Well, yeah, but they told you they were 14 and you still sent them your dick. You are talking like a predator. Oh, they've got to be 18 to be on there. Are you so fucking naive that you don't know how the internet works? Clip that one, Rubik's.
Some of the people look younger. Yeah, I'm just sitting here talking to them about, like, yo, don't take vaccines. Yeah, I'll absolutely tell a 13-year-old, hey, adults in your life might not really be informed or care or be so distracted with their own stuff. Like, people live in their own world. I'm going to hook you up. So I don't care. If a 16-year-old is on there, all these other streamers, what they do is they like try to hit on these girls on there for like clicks. I think that's pretty lame. I'm not doing that. So that's where it gets weird. If there's like underage girls and they're like, how old are you? It's like, I wasn't doing that. I was like, yo, Epstein worked for Mossad and they got blackmail on all of our politicians and that's why they can't release the files because he was an Israeli agent.
Why are you talking to a 16-year-old about the most notorious pedophile on the planet that sex trafficked girls around their age? Do you think that's appropriate? No, you are... Here's the problem with stupid people, right? They're so stupid that they are unable to understand limits of social nuances. that they're unable to understand when they're doing or saying something wrong or horrific. They don't have the intellectual capacity for empathy to be a part of their cognitive functions. Witsit more than most.
And all the people in powerful positions are typically seemingly seen on camera doing crazy stuff. So that's the real deal with that. Like Israel basically runs America, and that's why we just sit there and watch genocide on 4K, and we fund it, and we don't do anything about it. And Israel's run America for a long time. And blah, 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 blah. Don't fall for the fake alien invasion in 2027. So, by the way, this week we're going to do like nuclear weapons are fake, like the nuclear.
Nuclear weapons are fake. Yeah, the second degree that I obtained is in nuclear engineering. Icy Spin 199 says CK's roasting the fuck out of Witsit right here in chat. Well, keep doing it. Rosie $5 says MC Toon, clip us that bit where he says I have no problem at all flat smacking young girls. No problem.
Weapons hoax, specifically like the story we're told about when we drop them and how it's like fake and lame, and then the whole like Fallout claim is fake and gay.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki is just going to check my notes here. Let me make sure I got this right. What did you say there? Yeah, fake and gay. Yeah. The bombs dropped by the Americans on 2 Japanese cities, killing millions. The only ever deployment of nuclear weapons against an enemy in war was fake and gay. Me think you are projecting, sir. You guys heard the story about the guy that survived both those nukes. He was working in Hiroshima, and luckily he was late for his job. And just because he was late, the bomb went off, and yeah, it destroyed the train and everything. He survived just outside the area. Brilliant. So then he had to go to Nagasaki to continue his job, where he arrived just as they nuked Nagasaki, but he was in a shelter when it went off and survived that. So he got hit by 2 nukes and survived.
Fake and gay, that's what it is. Yeah, and then maybe the 2020s, like the alien invasion, they say like they're clearly trying to actually prep for this narrative. I mean, it's just pretty surreal, which is that there's what seems to potentially be an artificial object coming towards our solar system. And it just doesn't make any sense that it would come right at that trajectory. It can actually come. What are the odds?
There's no artificial object coming towards our solar system. You fucking moron. You're referring to the interstellar object, the second of which in our lifetime that has happened is basically something that has come from outside of our solar system, has been attracted by our sun's gravitational pull, and comes into our solar system. The first one, which I was called something like Anumuru, I don't know, was the big cigar-shaped rock which went around the sun and slingshotted out of the solar system. This appears to be just a big old rock that has come from somewhere else in space that isn't our solar system. There is nothing to say this is artificial. You are making that up, or you're just fucking stupid and don't know what interstellar means. I'm going with both. Llama Legate says, what's he going to say in 2028 when there wasn't a supposed alien invasion? Place your bets.
And it's like 7, I don't remember. I want to say 7 miles wide. That's what they said. Now, obviously, if you're on this channel, you know, a lot of stuff they say about outer space, quote unquote, is total nonsense. You know, like they just have a model, they reify the model, and then they start to throw all kinds of, you know.
You don't know what reification means. Nobody ever says the model is reality. It's just a predictive tool. You are the ones that reify everything without even fucking realizing it. Baba Ali says, Om Uamo. Yeah, it doesn't help. I still can't fucking pronounce it. We are 11 out of 30 of the super chats towards the goal. 29 to go. And I will... No, 19 to go. I can't count today. 19 to go. And I will bring FTFE to my debate on modern day debates instead of Craig. Or you could just super chat me to, you know, make me say whatever you like. I will remind you that I am legally obliged to say whatever you put in a super chat, including direct insults at myself, including fat jokes.
You know, reified distances and stuff within that. So it's like, okay, cool. Like basically asserted nonsense. And, you know, of course, because actually it shows, all the evidence shows that the Earth's in the center of the universe. People don't like that. They're uncomfortable.
No, it doesn't. It simply fucking doesn't, right? Here's the big thing. If you take the measurements from Earth, it appears as though you're in the center of the universe. But if you go to the moon and take the measurements, it also appears that the moon's the center of the universe. If you go to Pluto and take the measurements, it appears that that's the center of the universe. Wherever you measure, because of the nature of the universe and how space is expanding, you appear to be the center of the universe because you have a horizon equidistant around you, the same as on Earth. There is a literal universal horizon, which is the distance away that light could have reached your point, based on how big the universe is and how fast light travels. No, evidence doesn't say that we're the center of the universe. Evidence says that wherever you measure appears to be the center of the universe. Once again, you're dumb, fake and gay. To Ska for £2 says, what's a super chat? Well, not that. A super chat is of a lot higher number. You're going to have to try again, my friend. I'm sorry.
People really don't like the idea that, like, this place is real and that there's a creator that made it and he's watching everything. He sees everything.
No, I'm quite happy with the place being real, my friend. The whole creator thing, I mean, that's just fucking wishful thinking and nonsense, really, isn't it? You know?
You do. Sees everything you do. He's watching all of it. That's how it works. They don't like that. Talk about that last stream though. So, oh yeah, I was kind of telling my testimony. To address the underage. Okay, that's stupid, bro. So like, just let it go. You guys are so thirsty to try to say something. Just shut up, bro. No one cares. Maybe I'll do that in a little bit. Maybe I'll run through there. I'm not doing a long stream. Got lots of stuff to do. I just want to check in with you guys. All right.
Why would you do that?
But so I kept getting that thought, and like it wouldn't go away. And I was explaining. I wasn't like really.
Rubik says for $2, I'm not giving you money. To not give me money, you need to put more zeros, because 0 is nothing. So the more zeros, the less money you're giving me. Okay.
Believer, like I checked out of church because I'm like, you people don't believe in the book you claim to believe in, so this is super lame to me. A lot of people just come in here to socialize and to like put up a front and present an image in public, and that's really all I ever saw people doing in church. I mean, there are some exceptions. You can tell there's some authenticity, and the people were there like really trying to have a connection with the Creator. I had some experiences where I felt like I felt the Holy Spirit. You know, people would say, "Oh, just like this nostalgic kind of energetic exchange."
You had a trip, dude. Get to the fucking point.
A bunch of people were doing the same thing at the same time or whatever. I went to a Christian private school towards the end of high school. So
you went towards the end of high school, right? That sounds to me like you were a trouble kid that was removed from normal education and sent to somewhere else that could deal with the dumb. I'm making a lot of assumptions there. But odds on I'm fucking right. Alright, guys, I need to take a Riley. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. And while I am back, while I am away, words hard, Craig, you can listen to another song by Conspiracy Music Studios. If you guys need to take a Riley, do so now.
Yo, It's Witsit, gets it. Step into the mic, bro. Talking flat earth. Get ready for the hype, bro. Aced algebra in school, honors too, bro. Gravity's a lie, yeah, I'm in the zone, bro. Electrostatics, that's the real deal, bro. They say the earth's a globe, but that ain't right, bro. I'm the best flat earth debater, bro. Humbly, opposition ain't on my level, so, but let's not get too technical, bro. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. Our model, though, not defined in full, bro, is superior. Your model's falsified, bro. Van de Graaff generator, electrostatics amaze, bro. Made objects change weight, just a phase, bro. 100 volts per meter electric field, you know, bro. Flipped it with 400,000 volts, whoa. Small things floated, defying gravity like totally, bro. Next I'll rub a cat to a brick to show. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. MC Tune and Globers, you can't deny, bro. Witsit gets it's here to testify, bro. Most times I don't remember you exist, yo. I'm the flat earth king, you better believe it so. Moon phases are like a magnetic cycle, bro. Center of a ferrocell, image magnets glow, bro. Charge up and down, etherically displaced, yo. Kinematic equivalence explains it all somehow, bro. It might sound tough, but let's skip details, yo. You might believe I have an amplitude for math, ho. It's all just a lot of salad in my words, yo. Words, yo, words, yo. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. And what happened is they brought in Einstein to totally save their physics redefined, to flip physics all on its head, bro. To keep Earth moving around the sun, you know. And in the magnetic torus field, I say the path of planets fits perfectly, yo. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. This is so funny. You're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. If this debate was a rap battle, I would have totally won, bro.
No, you wouldn't. 2016, public intoxication. 2018, public intoxication. 2019, shoplifting. 2021, possessing marijuana. 2021, derping in public. 2023, domestic battery spitscape. Subscribe to Conspiracy Music Studios, or I'll make Witsit spit on your mum.
Because like I said, I was pretty rebellious. I just kept getting caught like sneaking out and stuff like that. So, I was playing quarterback at the one school, and then I was like about to be quarterback going to sophomore year, and then we go to the Christian school. My point is that I was no stranger to Christianity, to Protestantism, like regularly, know all about it. So when people come in, like, they try to tell me like they're gonna teach me the in this like little derogatory, like cocky way, they're gonna teach me kind of the basics of modern Christianity. I'm like, brother, I got this. I know. I researched it and tested it and prayed about it. So that's where I was at, and I was just like, because obviously that's the easier place to be, where it's just like do whatever I want. You know, if I want to go drink, go smoke, go party, go hook up with someone, whatever I want to do, just do whatever I want. So that's like where a lot of people like to just slip off.
I just do what I want. It doesn't really matter. I could just eat a bunch of babies. What the fuck are you waffling about, you absolute cretin? Why are you like trying to make out that your wife left you because you abused her is a good thing for your life? That's the most denial I've ever fucking seen. Rosie, $5. How long until Witsit claims Rushmore was carved by aliens using lasers? Totally lasers, bro.
And that vibe, because it's really no accountability. And maybe you're like loosely acknowledge that there's God. And then kind of this idea that, well, you can pick and choose. It's like not a big deal. Like he'll always forgive me. You can always do whatever you want. And so just kind of really do whatever you want and not really think about it. That's where a lot of people fall in. And there's like, I talked about this in the last stream, right? They just take it and they place it over there, out of sight, out of mind. So anyway, I started getting that thought and I'm like, okay, it wouldn't go away. So I was like annoyed.
It wouldn't go away.
Like, I'm completely sober. This won't go away. So I went to my bedroom and like said a prayer. I said, dear Lord, help me with my convictions. Or no, I didn't actually.
Why is this a common thing? You do a horrific thing. Abuse your wife. Lose your family. Just go and pray and make it all better, right? What the... No, that is a lack of accountability. And I fucking hate it.
I started thinking about did I say this in the last stream? I can't remember. That was the second prayer. But I said, dear Lord, I feel like you're telling me, and again, I didn't really believe this. And so at my point, I was just like, am I talking to anyone or not? What's the worst that can happen? I wanted this like reoccurring thought in my internal dialogue to go away. That was actually the motivation. I was annoyed. And I was kind of like, this is weird. So I guess this is like real because I'm not trying to.
Well, stop the meth. Maybe.
If that's like it's being put in my head. I know it sounds weird to some people, but so I said, dear Lord, I feel like you're telling me that we're like in the season of the end and you want to use me, or like I have a purpose or whatever it is. If that's true, give me an undeniable.
Listen, you do have a purpose, right? You are the internet's pet rock. You are the ultimate laughing stock. You are what people look at when they have a bad day to make themselves feel better because at least they're not fucking Witsit gets it. All right? That is your purpose. You are the punchline. That's a short, Rubik's.
Sign. I'm like challenging, this God. I'm like, okay, well, give me a sign. Give me an undeniable sign. And the next day, just like this like string of coincidences that make no sense happen. I would detail this girl like countless times, and then randomly she's like, it's always at her house or at the nail salon, probably 50 different times. And know her car like the back of my hand, in and out, one of my routine like higher end nice customers. And she randomly said, it was like on a Tuesday, she randomly says to come do it in the church, like parking lot. He's mumbling.
What the fuck are you waffling about, dude?
Nonsense. What a cool, profound input of you. So
I mean, they're right. Witsit, let's hear that.
Come do it in the church. Like,
right. Who is it that said this? Because they're right. I bet it was you, Max, wasn't it?
Parking lot. He's mumbling nonsense. What a cool, profound input of you. So I go to the church parking lot, detail the car. I'm like, this is really weird. Why I'm at a church. And then I go to a new customer. I detail his car. He comes out, this older gentleman, he's like writing me a check. He's like, son, do you know Jesus? So like witness this to me. I'm like, okay, that's pretty weird and random. And I'm like driving, and then randomly on my Pandora, in F starts playing like a Christian rap song. I'm like, what is going on? This is really weird, like back to back.
Coincidences are a thing. It doesn't mean anything. And the majority of coincidences are normally things that are happening anyway, but you haven't noticed they're happening. But because of the state of mind you're currently in, you're connecting them all when they're probably not even connected. Translation, Witsit, you're a fucking idiot.
Back, coincidences and stuff. So I feel like something else happened in the day. Anyway, I go take a shower after work, and then I look over and I see the Bible sitting there. I'm like, I guess with everything going on at this point, whatever. I'll open this up. Like, take the dust off of it, open it up, and Ezekiel 38. I'm like, I start reading. It's just like this really detailed description of a war. That sounds pretty wild. I'm like, okay. And I Google it real fast, Ezekiel 38, and it's like the end time war. Right? It's like the prophecy of the end time war. I'm like, okay, that is kind of crazy. So
oh no, I opened up a book written by sheep herders thousands of years ago that didn't know anything about the earth because they'd never been outside the Middle East. And, oh, it's crazy. Is he doing everything possible to avoid being a flat earther here?
It's like the end time war, and that was the whole premise. Was like something like we're in the season of the end, you're saying you want to use me, and so I was like, okay, that's kind of, I could kind of perceive that as undeniable. Like all these things that would never happen to me, and then it climaxes there, where I was like, that's undeniable enough for me to take it serious and not just brush it off. And so what happened was I started like feeling kind of convicted about some of the stuff I was doing, stuff that I considered super petty, right? Like smoking and drinking and hang out with a girl or whatever. So
wait, sorry. Now you've got convictions about smoking, drinking, and hanging out with a girl? Why would any girl want to hang out with you after what you did to your wife? No girl's going to touch you with somebody else's barge pole.
So I stopped doing those things. And like 5 days in, I'm like, okay, you know, this is for the birds, if you will. I'm like, I'm not going to keep doing this. You know, I was being tempted. So I drove to the park and I said another prayer. I said, dear Lord, help me apply discipline to my convictions. That's what I needed. And I opened up the scriptures, and maybe I can find, let me actually grab a book. I'll play it in the field for a second, and I'm actually going to grab this and show you, because I told the story.
Oh, God, he's going to play music. I'll just skip that, don't worry. CK, $2, thank you. But no convictions about talking to teenagers. I know, right? Too much Vimto, $1.99. Support for your channel, Craig. Thank you very much, my friend. I really appreciate it. I don't say it enough, guys, but you've no idea how much I appreciate the support that you guys give me. It means the absolute world. And at the end of the month, I'm going to do another membership drive, and it's going to be a record one. We're at 16 super chats. We need another 14, and I'll take FTFE to my debate. The debate is Christian ethics are the best. I don't know. I think a blowjob's pretty good.
A lot of times, I've never shown what I'm saying.
Nope.
Really patient. Really patient. And I know that there's something that's almost like written. So I'm just like waiting. And let's say, you know, your boy's got popped in the mouth a few times.
Yeah, deservedly, dude. You being punched in the mouth is the least surprising thing that I have ever learned. The fact that people punched you in the face does not surprise me in the slightest. In fact, I would be surprised if you managed to go more than 3 or 4 days without somebody wanting and attempting to punch you in the face. You have the most punchable face and the most punchable voice on earth, including that of Nathan Tokley.
Well, you know, pain is the greatest teacher. It makes you stronger. It's like, I will say that. One thing I definitely learned is when something happens and it hurts, it's like, yeah, it sucks, depending on what it is. In the moment, it's like, damn. But if you look back, for me, I'm like super grateful I've gone through lots of things like that, because now I'm like stronger. Now I'm like, really, there's not like some singular event that's just going to stop me. There's really nothing that's going to stop me. No one's ever going to stop me. So I'll just go ahead and let you guys know that for all those people.
I don't know. I've kind of chased you off the internet a little bit in the past year, dude. Yeah, maybe no one can stop you posting your derp online. All right. But we can stop anyone else ever paying attention to you. I mean, you've done a lot of it yourself. You've ruined your audience's love for you. Because you just can't be honest, even to them. Icy Spin 199 Witsit has less riz than a leper on death row. You speak only facts, my friend.
People that are always hating. No one's ever going to stop me. And if the people run this narrative like TFE stopped me, no, it didn't. Nothing's ever going to stop me. I made up my mind that, like, okay, I trust the creator. I'm supposed to speak truth to power, and that's what I'm going to do. And I have some gifts.
Then why have you never spoken a word of truth in your worthless, pathetic life? You wouldn't know, speaking truth, if it kicked you in your stinky vagina.
And I'm just kind of waiting for everything to fall into place. And it's about to finally happen. I've just been patient. And that's all.
Fall into place? Dude, your wife left you, took the kids and kicked you out the house. How is that things falling into place? Jesus Christ.
All there is to it. Like, all these additional opinions and made up stories. And it's like, no, I've had a lot of things transpire over the last like 7-8 months. And I'm just...
Yeah, you mean like your wife leaving you again because you spat in her face, you disgusting scumbag.
just kind of watching it. It's like a movie. And so now I finally get to, turn the page to a new chapter. Speaking of turning pages. So if you look here, if you open up the book, right? Say that, you see how I'll have this page. I can get to focus. You see how it's under my thumb? Like that? Okay. And so imagine these two pages here were stuck together. It's really kind of in the, I think at the top actually, I don't remember. It's...
Why is your Bible stuck together? That's a little... That's not the kind of book that you should be to... Did you just have no toilet paper handy, or... Ew.
Stuck. It's like it was so new and unused, that it had not even just kind of been pulled apart there. So it was stuck here, and my thumb's in between it. Okay? So I just say the prayer. So, Dear Lord, help me apply discipline to my convictions. Boom, open it up. This page is stuck on top of my thumb. Like this. And so I look at the top left, and it says something like, he who heeds correction gains understanding. So I'm like, okay.
Okay, so the fact that I spat in my wife's face and got arrested and lost my family and, did some shoplifting and stuff, that doesn't matter. That's cool. I can heed forgiveness and stuff. Yeah, that's all good. All right, Icy Spin has a suggestion that you send super chats with the title Witsit has less riz or charisma than whatever, and see what's the best we can get. Sounds good to me. We've got another 13 super chats to reach the goal, so why don't you go for it? Witsit has less riz than X.
That's the middle of the verse, and I want to read the first of it. And of course, it's that wasn't the page I opened it up to. It's the reason that little that detail is very interesting to me and I always include it is because I just open it randomly, so my thumb's where I'm opening the book, right? And I would just look to the top left. But because the page was stuck, right, I looked to the top left, and it was in the middle of a verse that when I go to the actual page I opened it to, I went to the bottom right. So the page being stuck.
How do you know when someone's lying? They put far too many details in. Why is there so many details about this completely innocuous story? Is that the right word? I don't know if I used that word correctly, but I'm going to go with it. Mr. E-Man for $5 Australia says, Witsit has less riz than gonorrhea. Yet you speak the facts. Who can top that, guys?
Was a necessary detail to make me read that verse. Does that make sense? That's why it's interesting. And it's the page was stuck, but somehow my thumb got in there, but the page was still stuck. Anyway, so I open it up, I read, but he who heeds correction gains understanding. So pop that, unstick the page, and it was barely stuck together. And then I read the bottom right, and it's he who disregards discipline hates himself, or hates themselves. So it's whoa, this is a Proverbs verse. He who disregards discipline hates himself, but he who heeds correction gains understanding. That is crazy, man. To me, I watch people when I tell them the story, and it's it doesn't land with a lot of people. They're just kind of they don't understand the significance. And I guess that's...
Well, yeah, because everyone thinks you're batshit fucking crazy. And who are you telling? Your social worker? Because I know you haven't got no friends. RageBot, my favourite AI, for $5 says, Witspit has less riz than a blobfish. The Turtle Moose, £2, says, Witsit has less riz than Mikey's mouldy toe. Very good, very good, very good. 150 likes with 320 of you watching. Those numbers don't add up. Smash the like button like it's Nathan Oakley's face. Jim Daniels, $2. Sorry. Witsit has less riz than toilet bowl riz.
Weird to me. It's almost it's because they have a preferred conclusion, right? Which is that there isn't a creator that's actively involved in your everyday life and everyday decisions, and that you can communicate with him he's going to directly respond, because that's like intense for people. It's like, oh, you're saying there's a creator that sees everything I'm doing is going to hold me accountable. There's like a real creator and I can just do whatever I want. Or it's like almost like people feel like they can remove responsibility or like the burden of that if they just never know it. Does that make sense? If they never like really know it or really think about it, and it's like, oh, for, you know, forgiveness of ignorance. It's like, oh, if I just block it out, it's not a real thing. I'll deal with that later. You know,
Dude, if you're talking about forgiveness of ignorance, you need a lot of forgiving. Because ignorance is like your thing. When I looked in the dictionary, instead of an explanation of the word ignorance, there was just a picture of your dumb face. I need to complain to the dictionary people. That's just mean. Facty, who's been a member for 17 months, says, Witsit has less riz than Kent Hovind at a Bible study. Rosie for $2, innocuous, not harmful or offensive. Did I use it right then? No, I don't think I did. Sparky NJ, $5. Witsit has less riz than a half orc with facial warts.
you know, this is my own journey. I don't think that's, you're making the conscious decision. You know what you're doing to do that. And I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. So anyway, I get the feeling something about like we're in the end and the creator wants to use me. Wouldn't go away. I was annoyed. I go say a prayer because I was raised Christian. So obviously there's like that default.
The creator wants to use me, but he wouldn't go away. Are you trying to say that God's just like, you know, bugging you? He won't get out your DMs? Out of all the people on earth, Witsit, God would not come to you. You would be less than the last choice. If you were the last human, God would go, you know what, I'll come back later. Robert Hunt, there's no L in the word innocuous. Innocuous. There's a reason I never did any spelling bees. I need a container says Witsit has less riz than a pudgy cripple. Rachbot $2 says Witspit has less riz than a sheep's dag.
Setting in there that's like, dear Lord, like you're writing a letter, you know. So I mean, that's just how I understood the act of praying. It wasn't something that I did, but so I just go say, dear Lord, I feel like you're saying that we're in the end and you want to use me, that there's something I'm supposed to do. If that's true, give me an undeniable sign. You have all these coincidences. There's like...
Okay, hold on. Prosthetic Head says for £2, should never kick a man when he's down, regardless. Disagree. When Witsit's down, you keep kicking. And then you stamp. Right? He's a Nazi. Alright? You don't let Nazis get away just because they're down. You make sure they never get back up again. You snap their legs. You twist off their arms and beat them to death with the soggy ends. No. Kick Witsit when he's down and enjoy it. The Turtle Moose for £2 says Witsit has less riz than hemorrhoids. Rosie $2 says Witsit has less riz than a mouth of Oakley's balls. That's just too good. That's just... I mean... Wait, that's the same picture. Why have you not altered anything? What are you trying to... You've just sent me a picture of Witsit. It's the exact same. I don't see any difference. I mean, maybe this one's slightly better looking. Like, there's a filter on it or something that, like, makes him not quite as hideous. But I really don't see much... No? Bro's trying to show me the same fucking picture twice. What's going on here? Thanks, Zoomy.
Two or three other things that happened that day, you know, like just never listen to Christian music at all whatsoever. And like some secular rap Pandora station, driving to the next appointment and randomly like NF song, he's a Christian rapper, but most of his rap isn't necessarily about like Christianity or anything. About Christianity, about the Bible, about God. I'm like, this is really weird. Like, how is this playing in my vehicle right now? And again, I detail this girl's car all the time, randomly. It's always at the nail salon or her house.
I detail this girl's car. Wait, is he Is he a mobile car detailer? That's what you said, right?
Necessarily about like Christianity or anything. About Christianity, about the Bible, about God. I'm like, this is really weird. Why, how is this playing in my vehicle right now? And again, I detail this car all the time, randomly. It's always at the nail salon or her house, always. And randomly, it's like a Tuesday, so not even a church day. She wants me to go to the church. She's at the church for some reason and wants me to go into a church parking lot that's like huge, non-denominational church, empty, few cars closer to the building. So I have the whole parking lot to myself, which I had mobile detail business, which, I mean, I made decent money and ran it all myself and all the rest.
No, you don't make decent money. That's why you're always begging for a line. Talking about begging for money. Give me super chats, guys. I'm going to cry. No, I'm joking. We are 3 super chats off of the goal, and I will take FTFE to my debate, which starts at 2 a.m. Make sure I got that time right. Either 2 or 1. Yeah, 2 a.m. Christianity has the best ethics, and I'm facing Dragon Fist Martial Arts. Icy Spin 199 says Witsit has less riz than an unladen swallow. African or European? Gonna need to clarify in another super chat.
So I say that because you want to have a bunch of space. It's way easier. So it was just a clutch. It was a clutch setup, and I'm like at a church, and so it's making me think about more profound things in general while I'm detailing the car, right? I'm like thinking about Christianity or God or like the prayers, or like what's going on. Is it a coincidence that I'm here? I go to the next appointment, which isn't very far away because this is like the northern suburban, like kind of nicer part of town in the city I'm from, in Tennessee. And this like older gentleman just comes out and is like not even really smooth at all with his transition of his greeting to testifying to me or like witnessing to me, right? And he's like, "Son, you know Jesus." So it's like, whoa, bro, like my life's a trip. Like, what is going on? Like, am I being trolled right now? Like,
what the fuck are you waffling about, man? Sparky NJ, $2 says further, and for $5, go! Rubik's, $2 says FTFE mode is beast mode, and then Jim Daniels for $2 winning. Okay, so in 2 hours, I've got my debate on modern day debates, and you know what? I'm going to take FTFE because Christian ethics are fucking not the best. In the fucking slightest. It's amazing. I've literally just got to like point out little cracks in the armor of Christian ethics and show that it's not the best. And I win. It's not hard.
I say this prayer because this thought wouldn't go away. And then I say a prayer. I say, "Give me undeniable sign." And it's like there was a button pressed play or whatever, and it's like I'm being trolled. You know, like
CK $2. Witsit has less riz than a broken vape.
That's pretty undeniable. If just stuff keeps happening, would never happen, has never happened, it's all happening at the same time. It's like to a certain point, you gotta be like, it's undeniable that something's going on here. This is when people would jump in and be like, "Well, yeah, but you know, have you ever thought that it's not that the Christian God of the Bible is true? It's just your mind is powerful, and we can manifest things." And yeah, let's just put a pause on all that. What's definitely happening right now is like me saying a prayer sincerely, and I think that's the key. I think most people say their prayer, they're like scared to do a sincere prayer because the preface, the prerequisite, is like not hiding anything. It's like, I know you know everything. You know all my thoughts, my intentions, what I've done wrong. You know everything I'm doing. So you're gonna go say a prayer. Basically, like you have to, if you're gonna say a real prayer, then you have to own up to everything when you go to do it and be sincere, because you have to be sincere. Most people is like repeat.
So are you gonna own up to all of the lies you've told? Is that it? Ever? Prosthetic Head for $2 says, "Stamp on a piece of shit and get shit on your shoes. I can change my shoes. I can get new shoes. I can take off the shoes and beat him with them. He deserves stamping on." Remember, he's a Nazi, he's a racist, he's a homophobe, he's a transphobe, and he's a wife abuser. Stamp on him. In fact, it's an imperative. Itarux $5 says, "Christianity is just socially acceptable Stockholm syndrome." I'm fucking using that.
Cite a letter. Like, what am I thankful for? Thank you for the grass. Thank you for, you know, or thank you for my family. Thank you for everything we have. And I think that gratitude is important because
your family, the one that got taken away.
You indeed think that the Creator gives us blessings and stuff, and it's proportionate to how hard we work and all these different things, and how wise our decisions are, and His plan for us, etc. But I just think that most people they're in and out on the prayer. They're not like really. My point is, I was genuinely curious. I wanted to know. I almost like challenged the creator. I'm like, give me an undeniable sign. Like, if you're real and if I'm not tripping, and this thought's in my head and it's from God, then okay, confirm it. Give me an undeniable sign. Because I'm like, am I crazy? I feel like God is telling me this, and it won't go away. So I'm like, okay, if that's true, give me an undeniable sign. Then all that stuff happens. And I'm saying this in many different ways, in many different details, because I want it to click for everyone here. Whichever part helps it.
Yeah, it's click. Don't worry. You're batshit fucking crazy and are trying to irk responsibility for all the horrific fucking things that you have done.
Click for you because this is super real, and you can do it. And not only can you, it's like, wait a minute, if this is real, what are you doing? Why aren't you humbling yourself and going to the creator and being super real? You're just going to put it off because you have like a couple other things that you would rather do. You're more comfortable doing this or whatever it is. Like, I don't want rules or like fleshly desires, temptations and stuff. And so you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. It's like, people take life for granted, I think. They just assume everything's going to be the way it is indefinitely, or they just never think about life in general as a thing that's like precious, right? And we take it for granted.
I'm going to be frank here, Witsit. Your life is not precious. You do not deserve life like you have taken. I'm not saying that you should kill yourself or anything, but the waste of oxygen and amazing evolutionary history that has resulted in you is a fucking waste, and you don't deserve it. You have wasted the gift of life. You are a waste of life.
Granted, I think, because you have to take it for granted to be in the mindset of like, oh well, that's my journey. It'll take time. One day I'll do it. It's like you're kind of challenging the creator in a way. You're kind of like, that's pretty bold.
Sparky NJ asks, is the debate on religious versus secular morals, or specifically Christian morals? It's literally Christian ethics are the best. I disagree. I've had pizza. That's pretty fucking good. Executionate for $5 says Witsit has less riz than a jizz mopper on a cheap arse Tuesday. Yes, that's a little gross.
It's almost like mocking the creator, or it's almost like, nah, you can sit there and wait on me. Actually, it's like, all right, bro, I don't know if that's the best approach. So anyway, 5 days in, kind of starting to be like, feel like I might give in to my.
Oh, as a Flerf says, you make money off him. Such a waste, all right. I make money exposing his stupidity. There's always going to be stupid people. But thanks for your money, dumbass. It's a Rubik's for $2 says there's a reason PDF files don't survive prison. He would be called bitch within 10 minutes of being in prison. He'd wear red lipstick very quickly. That's pretty good. I like that. Jim Daniels, $2 says biblical word salad.
Temptations. So then I go say a prayer. Like I said, tell me if I my convictions, and then that happened. So I'm like, oh wow, this is like, I read the scripture that says, he who disregards discipline hates himself. He who heeds correction gains understanding. So I'm like, okay. So basically, it's just saying like, persevere through it. Like, take the discipline with some grace, with some humility, right? And you'll actually gain understanding about the whole situation. And that's how all this works. It's like, wait, why is that a rule? Why can't I do that? Is that really bad? Like, if it feels good, I like it, whatever. Why can't I do that? And then, this is petty.
The fuck is he talking about? I've never heard anyone waffle just so much nonsense. Literal biblical word salad. So basically, he's gone full like Bible basher as a avenue to forgive the horrific things that he has done. So he's not a real Christian. In fact, he's mocking Christians. He's taking the piss out of Christians by using their set of morals and ethics as a get out of jail free card. He's a piece of shit every way that you look at it.
You think you know more. But then, if you actually just heed the discipline, you apply it, what will end up happening is you'll see the wisdom in it, and you're like, oh, so yeah, it is. That is a good thing. It's like a good rule. It's like that's how it's supposed to be. That's more wise.
Exposing Mars Trick, the Flerf in the chat. Making fun and making money off of people you view as mentally ill. This is the guy we should have debating morality for sure. Mental illness comes in many. Yeah, everyone's mentally ill for a little bit. But that's not an excuse for horrific piece of shit actions like him. He is a child predator, for fuck's sake. Yes. Witsit, you're a child predator. Sue me. Come to Nashville. Talk to me there, bitch.
It's actually going to allow, like, make me happier. It's going to be better for me. It's going to, whatever, right? It's going to be a positive thing in the grand scheme of everything. So I know I hope you're following me here. It's that's what it meant to me. And I think that's what the verse is saying, which is, he who disregards the discipline, so is like arrogant or haughty. You're like, you're not going to tell me anything. I'm not going to take any accountability. You're not going to tell me what to do. Like, who do you think you are? That's because they hate themselves. Like, why do you hate yourself? You not love yourself? If not, just stop hating yourself.
I don't hate myself. I could be an idiot sometimes, but that's why I've got a wife. I don't spit in my wife's face and shit. Like, so I get to keep my wife 18 years, and still going. Do you like the wedding ring she got me, by the way, for my birthday? Because I needed a new one. How fucking awesome is that? It's a cool one, isn't it?
Love yourself. Realize that you have value, you have purpose, or people here that love you. Like, why would you hate yourself? If you do love yourself, then obviously you should be like, okay, let me show myself some love. Let me treat myself as though I'm like worthy of being loved, and let me apply discipline, right? And he who heeds correction. Think about like today's day and age. Like no one wants to do that. Heed correction, like meaning like actually listen, like humble yourself, step back or sit down and like heed the.
Oh my god! Oh, what?
He who heeds correction. Think about like today's day and age. Like no one wants to do that. Heed correction, like meaning like actually listen, like humble yourself, step back or sit down and like heed the correction. Be like,
Witsit wants everyone to humble themselves. Witsit. Austin spit in your wife's face, Witsit, humbly wants everybody to humble themselves. Bro, humbly. My fucking lord. I saw that on Facebook as well, Tim. Tim Davidson for $2 says, dang, fight, you're a microwave? Because, I tried it on my wife, she wasn't impressed. Sparky, the way I'm doing it, the way I'm working is death by 1,000 cuts, basically. I'm just going to point out cracks in Christian ethics and say, well, this would be better. Oh, this would be better. In fact, fucking Star Trek would be better. That shouldn't be that funny.
okay, I'll take heed. Like, correct me. Requires humility. The vast majority of people now, like, they can't heed correction at all. They can't even get like constructive criticism. They can't get any feedback. They can't take no accountability. They just.
How unaware is he? Listen.
The correction, be like, okay, I'll take heed. Like, correct me. Requires humility. The vast majority of people now, like, they can't heed correction at all. They can't even get like constructive criticism. They can't get any feedback. They can't take no accountability. They just deflect, distort, avoid, right?
You're talking about taking accountability whilst basically preaching to God to forgive you for the horrific things you've done, and then talking about how people won't listen and learn. And the most irony I have ever heard just came out of your fucking mouth. Oh, Witsit's as Witsit's a ginger, do you know what kind of trains that he's not allowed on? The soul trains. Hey, when Witsit was a kid, and there was like parties with like his peers at school, what was it you think he missed from the parties? He had the invites. Tim Davidson for $5. People think that the future is either Star Trek or Mad Max, but they forget that Star Trek was Mad Max before the Federation. Yeah, World War III. was pretty fucking bad, and before that was not much better in Star Trek, to be fair. Although America right now looks a little bit like before World War III in Star Trek, if I'm honest. Bruce Wayne says, how long is this live stream? I'll be going for about another 20 minutes. Then I'm going to take a little break before my 2-hour debate at 2 a.m. over on Modern Day Debates. Zumi says, Witsit was so unlikable as a kid he wasn't even invited to chickenpox parties. Yeah, the virus wouldn't attach to him. It was too repulsed.
Because they want to stay in their own ways. It's like, you know, chill. You don't know as much as you think you do. And really, where is it guiding you?
Has he ever listened?
That's how I took the whole situation. So he who disregards discipline hates himself, but he who hates.
You must hate yourself a lot, then, you dick.
He who hates correction gains understanding. So anyway, pretty cool. So that kind of gave me like.
Why'd you never listen to any of the corrections anyone ever says to you? 11 debates on my channel, dude. 11 debates between you and I ruined you in every single one of them because you refused to take corrections. Because, and let's be clear, you're a fucking idiot.
Rejuvenated me, and then I randomly get a call the next day from this person that I just kind of know, but I'd hooked him up, and I think he knew I was trustworthy. I'd given me like pretty large sums of money up front.
What was that?
A call the next day from this person that I just kind of know, but I'd hook him up, and I think he knew I was trustworthy. I'd given me like pretty large sums of money up front. So I'm like, okay. I didn't realize I was going to be this tired by the time I started stream. He says, hey, man, I'm getting this new house, and we're going to build on top of it. It's just like a basement right now. We're not going to build for another year. It's on 5 acres.
Tired.
It's got a really pretty lake, like really beautiful surrounding area. All the property owners have lots of property. There's like cows and a pasture across the street and all that stuff. And he's like, it's really pretty. It's nice.
Hey, GCat, how you doing?
You have the whole basement, but it's like hooked up. It's like a nice little basement. And I just need someone to kind of maintain it for that year. So I'm, get a zero turn mower, and if you'll like basically mow the 5 acres and do some weed eating and just kind of take care of the property, then you can stay there free, kind of indefinitely, maybe even longer than a year.
What's
based on what
about now?
we do and
I've
what
kind
you
of
need.
zoned out a little bit.
And we're gonna build a really nice barn out beside it while you're there. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Let me check it out. I had a dog at the time. I actually had named her Athena, and Black Lab.
I bet your dog hated you.
Cool. And ended up having to give her away. Pretty sad. But
yeah, probably because the dog didn't like you because they know evil. Sparky NJ for $5 says 2 a.m. What time zone? What time is your country of England? I'm in Scotland, and 2 a.m. is in 1 hour and 50 minutes. I'm a little peckish, so I might have something to eat. No, Craig. No, bad. You don't need it. Have a protein shake.
I gave her to a really good place. She got a bunch of dog friends. Anyway, so it was me and Athena, and then I had a roommate, and we just kind of always smoked, and we always drank, and then people come over, and certain people knew where I lived, and so it was like, it was the opposite of the environment I needed to be in if I was going to try to stop doing some of that stuff. So what do you know? That's why I was like, okay, I'm getting tempted. Like, is this really worth it? But that's when I got the call that basically like, hey, I'll pull you out of there and give you this hookup. Where it's just like, what are the odds? The next day. So do you see kind of the sequence of event? I'm being humble. I'm trying to remind myself to be humble. Start to kind of slip up and stuff. And I'm like, okay, let me go back to the creator. Let me like try to humble myself. And then I'm just...
Every time he's like, I'm being humble. Yeah, he's the most humble, guys. He is the humblest of the humble. He's just so humble.
Asking for signs. I'm open to receiving what it is. I'm trying to be sincere. And in real physical reality, stuff just immediately starts happening. I go to that place and I end up like just studying tons and fasting. And I had like this crazy, like almost psychedelic trip level experience on fasting. While I was just fasting, I could like hear the person. This is going to sound crazy. I could hear the mail truck like slowly rolling on the gravel to put the mail in my mailbox. And the driveway was super far away. And I was like inside the house. So it was like, but I could like hear it like very loudly and vividly. So anyway, and
I literally have no idea what he's talking about. Bruce Wayne says, what's making your leg hurt so badly, if you don't mind me asking? The surgeries I've had, the fact I do not have a meniscus or a patella ligament, the pins in my knee, the ligaments that I tore recently, the infinite amount of damage, and the complex regional pain syndrome. Prosthetic Head, £5 says, if Witsit and Jerem merged in a transporter accident, would you forgive them? Well, they'd be a different person. Like when Neelix and Tuvok merged and became Tuvix. That was a completely different person. So I would have nothing to forgive them for, because Witsit and Jaren would now no longer exist. There would be an entirely new being. Wicked Pisser? No, there's not. Don't be silly. Oh, wait, there is. There is buffering, apparently. Oh. Sparky NJ, $5 says, so I forgot the word in, and Scotland is just Northern England. I've been watching Outlander.
Started seeing like kind of geometric patterns and stuff, and I was completely sober. I was just fasting and praying.
No, you weren't.
I was reading the scriptures, and so anyway, so I had a bunch of experiences in that time period. So that's kind of like the lead up on my testimony. My point is there, and I keep going. The tour was just a full faith, like, okay, the world's acting insane. Everyone's going in lockdown. We didn't really know at the time, right? Like, how long is it going to go on? What are they doing? What's their plan? Saw so many people being deceived. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take off. We're going to go around the whole country like, as far as we can. Yeah, and then that kind of...
Yeah, please keep not taking vaccines, Witsit. Maybe, you might win some kind of award, like a Darwin one. Witsit for the Darwin Award.
Evolved into what it was, where it was like me and Chris going around the whole country and telling people about flat earth, telling people about geocentrism, and telling people about a bunch of different conspiracies and waking them up to the lockdown and to the best.
Why would you tell them about flat earth and then geocentrism? Because they don't mix. Geocentrism says Earth's a sphere. You can't talk about both, you fucking dipshit.
And all that, and like basically every major city in the U.S. So yeah, and like obviously many times in my life, I've asked for something and I've got a direct answer in the scriptures. Now, obviously, then
Hashtag
because of a direct answer from the Creator, right?
Rachbot, Janeway killed an entire species when she did that. I mean, Tuvok and Neelix were dead. And Tuvix was alive. Hey, PhD Tony, my friend. Lovely to see you. I'll be finishing in about 5 minutes, so sorry about that.
My path goes a different trajectory. And then I have since, got married, made 2 babies.
Yet then lost that because you were an abusive piece of shit to your wife and got arrested for spitting in her face.
We'll put a pause there for now. So I'm giving you guys kind of like a glimpse into, in general, how my life operates. And this isn't, think about it, like, how could you think this is fake? Is that your cope here, that this isn't real? Because it happens all the time, every time.
Yeah, Alderon, I did
consistent.
get that.
So I'm not magic. I'm not special. It's not that I'm just like, I'm doing stuff.
Paul says, so did Janeway require 7 of 9 to wear that outfit? Starfleet regulations. Actually, Canon says that outfit was a special material that was helping her recover from having all her Borg implants removed by the Doctor. It was actually a medical outfit created by the Doctor, who then later fell in love with her. I need to watch Voyager again. Tim Daniels, $2 says, wait, I thought FTFE was in Wales. I'm definitely not in Wales.
It's the Bible, the God of the Bible, and Yah, right, is what I say, and the poetic abbreviated form. And I'm praying, and it's like to the point where really, if you're just like in your mind, genuinely trying to figure out, like, okay, what does he want me to do? What do I need to do? What's the truth? Like, he'll show you and give you signs, and stuff will start working out. So then what happens for me, at least where my life is now, it's like everything's a sign almost. And it's like, because everything's like part of like a bigger picture. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So this is one of those moments in my life where it's like, he starts intervening, it's just like, I'm understanding things. I'm being shown something, and like bang, 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 a bunch of stuff at the same time. And it's very interesting. So there's something about to finally happen, and I am finally getting to the end of the month. Okay, so that's kind of the update I'll give you there. And
I am finally getting to the end of the month. What? Right. Okay. So, all right. Carry on.
I've said I'll fill you guys in. I'm gonna give you guys a lot more details, kind of second half of the month. So like next week. But finally, we're almost there. And let's just say, it hasn't been easy. I will say that. It hasn't been easy to just like trust the plan. The only plan I trust is Yah's plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it must not be easy for your wife to hate you, leave you, and take your kids and kick you out of the house. That must fucking suck, mate. I agree.
God's plan. So it's all good. We're finally there. And I will say it's like kind of interesting without going into too much specifics, where it's like, I don't know how everything's going to work out. I legitimately don't. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. But yeah, cool. So
I know it's going to work out. You're going to be homeless, single, and no one's ever going to love you again. Because everywhere you go, I will follow you and tell everyone what a piece of shit you are. Sparky NJ $5 says, wait, Craig is in Pinocchio. Oh, Wales, not Wales. Sorry. Right, guys, we are going to leave Witsit the Whiner there for today. Do not worry, there will be a part 2 and definitely a part 3 when we look at his stream claiming that aliens are going to be faked in 2027. Now, in about an hour and a half, I will be over on Modern Day Debates, debating the subject, Christian ethics are the best. Clearly, dude's not played Sonic Racing. Jim Daniels, $2 says, but I like my evil NASA t-shirt. Yeah, so do I, man. So do I. It's a really silly subject I'm debating because there's so many. Christian ethics is the best. Define best for a fucking start. Anyway. Don't forget, guys, the Debatecon 6 in Nashville is happening November 15th and 16th, and I will be there debating Rachel and Andrew Wilson and doing a bunch of other stuff. Tickets are all available now. Early bird tickets. Make sure you grab them while you can before the prices go up. And thank you everyone for watching. It means the absolute world to me. Before I go, I want to say stay in the chat and you will be popped over to the chat for my debate. It's being streamed both on Modern Day Debates and on my channel. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it more than you could ever know. Life's been a bit hard for me recently. You know, ridiculous amount of pain. My mum has terminal cancer. And there was a massive thing with her recently where the nurse, she has an inhaler which helps with pain and stuff. And they gave her a new kind. And my mum asked the nurse, is it one I can use every day whenever I want? The nurse, like, you can use it as much as you want because it helps my mum breathe easier with the cancer. So my mum was popping this inhaler 10, 20 times a day. Yeah, it turns out you're supposed to use it a maximum of 3 times a day, three times a week. And that made my mum really, really ill and ended up in hospital. And, you know, things weren't looking very good, but luckily got better. And that's why I've been off for the past few days. So, yeah, that's quite hard for me to deal with. I love my mummy and I'm really far away and I feel horrible. I can't just go and give her a hug. But she's McNeil. She's fucking stubborn. So she's fighting hard. Second round of chemo starting at some point. Clarence AS2, £5. At no point has he taken responsibility. He's shown no contrition. He is completely fake Christian. Absolutely. Yeah, let's get a hashtag fuck cancer in the chat, please. And we're going to finish with what is probably my favourite song at the moment. Remember, guys, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
Cried Mason on my stream. Called him demon possessed. Said the globe was a
Accuse the world without a clue. Preach my gospel of suspicion. Now the joke's on old me too. I let every fire with reckless delight, but it burns when it comes back to bite. Funny how a dose of your own venom bites when the dark accusations haunt your nights. I once believed I was righteous and bold, but now this bitter harvest feeling cold. Now they say I'm Illuminati with a triangle for a crown. This ain't the justice I imagined when I was tearing others down. Through 1,000 crazy stories, now they're spinning back around. Every face is looking sideways, and my own words drag me down. Yeah, it's unfair. I tell you, it just ain't right to be judged by the shadows and the fading light. Yes, the world keeps spinning, flat or not. When what goes around, well, it comes around.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Conspiracy Music Studios or send Daniel Pratt to your home. If you have watched this stream, make sure you smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that and share the stream with your friends, but more importantly, your enemies. I'll see you in about an hour and a half for my debate over modern day debates. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.